League of Legends now has over 160 champions thanks to Nilah, but how many more will be added? And really, how many more does the game need? Also, is Riot in need of a cap? Stay tuned to find out if League of Legends needs to make a change in regard to their champions, along with other need-to-know LOL news. And trust us, you don't want to miss this. First up, are there too many champions in League of Legends? Let's take a look. Over 160 champions are available in League of Legends. Now, is the number of characters the same in other games? Hardly. Dota 2, the game's main competitor, has just released hero number 123. Although Super Smash Bros. Has a large cast, its 80 playable characters fall short of League of Legends' number of champions. But that raises the question of when enough is enough. Can Riot keep creating champions in the game indefinitely? And when will they hit a ceiling? Matt Frogzon Lung Harrison, who is head of the Balance team, addressed this exact question in a recent podcast appearance, answering, will League of Legends discontinue the creation of new champions? According to Frogzon, the League of Legends team has already discussed the end of new champions. So if you're wondering whether we'll ever see any new champions in the biggest MOBA, the simple answer is yes. But because Frogzon elaborated in the podcast, we don't want to jump to conclusions just yet. So while the team has openly discussed it and is considering limiting the number of champions, the champions team will not allow this to happen just yet. So don't worry, there will be more champions on the way. Now, additionally in the podcast, Frogzon stated that once champions become unintuitive, they should stop producing new champions. But what does he mean by unintuitive? Essentially, he described it as champions creating situations that make no sense to a player. Sure, Anyon shredding through 5 champions may seem counterintuitive, but we're talking about completely insane scenarios here. He explains that situations like this make it more difficult for players to understand and play the game properly. The learning curve is just too steep for newcomers, and introducing such mechanics would only frustrate longtime players. So while having new abilities in the game can be intimidating, keeping champions fresh and unique without becoming too repetitive is the goal, and the champions and Balance team do not want to make things too unintuitive. So while Gwen's W was mentioned in regards to new and unintuitive mechanics, there were also some specific design ideas behind her W that made complete sense to the champions team, which is essentially why she was added to the pool. Now, as we mentioned earlier, there are currently no plans to halt champion production. There are still many types of champions to be created for League of Legends, so don't expect the end to be too soon. The champions team has previously stated that they'll slow down the creation of new champions, which means we may not get 5 or 6 new champions each year, but they will still be working on new champions nonetheless. Speaking of League of Legends, here's what you need to know about the upcoming reworked Udyr. The reworked Udyr in League of Legends has finally and officially been revealed. So here's a rundown of all his new skills, as well as when he'll be available in Riot Games MOBA. Udyr, Summoner's Rift's resident Spirit Walker, has undergone quite significant rework in an attempt to reclaim his place on the best League of Legends champion tier list. The Freljordian jungler returns to the fray stronger than ever with a brand new look and a slew of new abilities. Now, Udyr is one of the most popular champions in League of Legends, distinguished by his unwavering love of nature and his ability to transform into some of Freljord's most terrifying beasts. Unfortunately, the shaman-style jungler has largely faded into obscurity, unable to compete with new young guns like Viego and Bel'Veth. His kit has felt clunky, his visuals are incredibly tired, and as a result, he's slipped down the priority list. Enter Riot Games' extensive Udyr rework, which completely redesigns the champion's visuals and in-game kit in an attempt to revitalize the once popular champion and his overall gameplay. Are you eager to try out the new and improved Spirit Walker? Here's everything you need to know about Udyr from League of Legends. Udyr has always been good at getting close to his opponents, summoning the power of the Freljord's most powerful creatures to boost both his attack and defense. Product lead Alexi Gao stated at Riot's press event about the rework, "We really wanted to preserve his stance-changing identity and keep him as an auto-attacking melee-focused champion. This is what distinguishes Udyr from the rest of our champions, and we want it to stay that way." So following on from this, when is the release date of Udyr? Patch 12.16 will bring the new and improved Udyr to League of Legends. Given that League of Legends patch 12.15 is set to be released on August 9th, we can expect him to appear in about 2 weeks, on August 23rd. He will, however, be available on the PBE, so feel free to dive in and try him out. If Udyr appears to be your new main, he'll be accompanied by a slew of visual updates as well. All of his old skins have been reworked, so if you're tempted to buy them and you're feeling generous, buy them all. We can't wait to see how they rework this champion and if he'll gain the same popularity he used to have. Finally, if all you seem to play is League of Legends, LOL, and you've been searching for a similar game, here are a few great choices. Have you had enough of LOL? Do you want to try something new but not deviate too far from what you're used to? Don't worry, we've got a list of League of Legends alternatives for you. These are the best best LOL alternatives available. First up, Pokemon Unite. Pokemon Unite is a free-to-play MOBA available on mobile devices and the Nintendo Switch. It's a straightforward take on the MOBA genre, with Pokemon naturally leveling up as you try to storm your opponent's base. Hey, it's even possible that Pikachu doesn't level up in the Pokemon Unite like he does in the TV show, right? So if you're searching for a less competitive alternative to League of Legends, this is definitely the game for you. On the one hand, even when played on the Switch, it's designed to look and feel like a mobile game. It's also a lot more casual, and you won't need to know how to build the Pokemon because you'll need to level them up instead, so they evolve to become stronger. Then you compete in a team comp using your Pokemon skills to try and win the game. Next up, Heroes of the Storm. Who can forget when Blizzard released their own MOBA in 2015, incorporating characters from various Blizzard IPs? If you're a fan of Diablo, World of Warcraft, and StarCraft, well, Heroes of the Storm combines all of those together to create one epic game. It's also a relatively simple game for beginners, so even if you're not an expert MOBA player, Heroes of the Storm should be a viable option for you. But what makes Heroes of the Storm superior to League of Legends? Aside from having iconic characters from your favorite Blizzard games, Blizzard has also designed over 15 unique maps, making games both fun and versatile. It's also a lot more team-based, with players sharing experience, so a single player won't be able to dominate. Dota 2 is next up on our list of must-plays if you can't seem to get enough of LOL. Dota 2 has been described as League of Legends on a grand scale. Do you want to feel like an absolute genius while playing games? Then it's time you sat down and got into some Dota 2, because even after hundreds of hours, you won't see half of what's going on. The game may appear to be similar to League of Legends with a similar map and play pattern, but you'll quickly realize how different Dota 2 is. Dota 2 has over 120 heroes, making it the game closest to League of Legends in terms of character selection. So if you enjoy complex games and want to continue playing MOBAs but prefer to be challenged, Dota 2 is a must-try. And finally, Arena of Valor. Arena of Valor was released to the public back in 2016 and is nearly identical to League of Legends, just on a smaller scale. In the 5 vs 5 game, you select a hero to play on a map, just like in League of Legends. Arena of Valor is the game to play if you want something that looks like and feels like League of Legends. Arena of Valor, like Pokemon Unite, is also available on the Nintendo Switch. So if your phone screen isn't large enough for some 5v5 MOBA action, you can lie down in bed with the Switch. And there you have it, everything you need to know about League of Legends and what they're going to do when there are too many champions. Now, make sure to let us know your thoughts down below, and as always, thanks for watching.